In this video, we're going to look at how we actually visualize some of the information that we have captured in our descriptive information. So we have our data set, and we ran some descriptive information on dibbles and some other things. When we have categorical data, we went through and we figured out how many are in each group. And so I just created a table over here for classroom and for reading. This is the easier way to do pie charts and bar graphs in Excel. So what I'm going to do is I created this. I have one that exceeded expectation, 35 that met, 24 that partially met, and 15 did not meet expectations. So I'm going to highlight this column. I'm going to go to the Insert tab. So if I was on Home, over here to Insert, and I get to pick what I want. So a pie chart would work here because it would be potentially a holistic classroom, or it's just 2 classrooms, and we want to see of the total, what does it look like? So I can do this, actually click it, it gives me a preview right now. Or another way to do it, so when I do that, at the bottom down here, you see the 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't necessarily help me because I don't know what 4 is. So since I have them written down here, I can highlight all of them, do the same thing, and here I can now see which one is exceed, which one is partially meet, which one is meet. So it's just going to drop it right here in your way. Just pull it over somewhere else. And then you can copy this entire chart over to Word, to your Word document. Here's a quick hint. When I have just classroom 1 and 2 and I highlight that, when I go and I do the same thing, so we'll do a pie chart, that does not look 50-50. So something weird happened here. And it's because it's trying to include this 1 and 2. So if you just change this to class 1 and make it text, essentially is what I'm saying. Class 2, now when I highlight and insert it, this is a better representation because I've got just about 50-50, 37 and 38 for classrooms 1 and 2. Again, I'm just going to drag this over here and down here. When we are doing continuous information right through here, we want to do what's called a histogram. This one is not going to be quite as easy to find, but here's a workaround. If you highlight the entire column with all of your data, there we go. Now I'm going to go to Insert and Recommended Charts. With the recommended charts, it is recognizing this as continuous information. I'm going to scroll down here to where it says histogram, and I'm going to say, okay, I want the histogram. What the histogram is doing is it's showing me how many are between 10 and 37, between 37 and 64, 64 and 91, all the way through. It's sort of like a bar graph, but these are intervals that show you where most of your data is falling. So we can see most of the dibbles information is falling in this group, and it's pretty normally distributed. We definitely have more on the low end and less on the high end. So again, just going to drag this over here. Over here. It's not going to let me. There we go. We can do the same thing actually with our categorical information. So I can highlight my meets expectations. I can go to Insert and Recommended Charts. And here it's going to recommend a bar chart instead of a pie chart. That's fine. We could use pie chart or a bar chart. And so this is giving us the same information as our bar chart. And you can see that it gives me my table right here. It just goes ahead and does that for me. And we can see we have very few, only one exceeds expectation. And then we're fairly spread through these, but definitely more are meeting expectations than not meeting expectations.